Hi everyone! Today, I'm going to show you how to create a custom player in Yahaha HGK. Before we start, a quick disclaimer: this is a workaround. It might hurt updates or hard to work with for very complex project, but I think it opens up a lot of possibilities for the types of games you can make. If you're comfortable with how the engine handles resources and systems, you can push HGK even further and create bigger, more complex game genres. This method works for all types of controllers. Right now, I have samples for first-person, third-person, top-down, and side-scroller controls. Let's jump into the sample scene and see how each one feels. Before we start, make sure to delete spawn point from your scene because we don't want to instantiate the built-in player. First, the first-person controller works just like the built-in player. You can collide with objects, gravity works, and you can add extra movement logic if you want. The third-person controller lets you move around and rotate the camera with the mouse. Movement is relative to the camera rotation. For top-down, the camera is fixed and the player can move freely on the plane. Finally, the side-scroller only allows movement left or right, and the player automatically faces the direction of movement. All players are built the same way. First, add an empty object as the root. Everything under it will follow its position and rotation. Next, add your player model. I'm using a capsule for testing. Then, add a cutscene component. We'll use its virtual camera as the main camera and set it to loop. You could use the main camera directly, but using the cutscene saves time. You can enable or disable the camera just by starting or stopping the cutscene, without extra code. Now let's look at the script. All player scripts are similar. I'll focus on the third-person controller. First, we get the camera reference, then pull in Unity engine components, and define variables to adjust movement, camera sensitivity, rotation limits, and other settings. At the start, we add a character controller component. This is crucial. It handles movement, collisions, and gravity. Yahaha has one built-in, but I prefer to add the component in script. Then we set the initial player state. In the update function, we handle movement and camera control. For movement, we check WASD input and convert it into a vector. If there is no input, the movement vector is 0. With input, the script calculates movement relative to the camera rotation, and then applies the velocity using the move function of the character controller. For camera control, we take horizontal and vertical mouse movement, then adjust the camera rotation based on sensitivity and rotation limits. First person works almost the same, with slight differences. Top-down has no camera control, and side-scroller only moves horizontally. And that's how you can create a custom player in Yahaha HGK. The same principles apply for any type of controller, and with a little tweaking, you can expand this for more advanced game mechanics. I'll share all the scripts on the official Yahaha forum, so you can try them yourself.